The anticipation for College Football 25 may have been higher than any sports game in history, and that meant player expectations only increased with each passing month since it was first announced. The decade of waiting is over, and College Football 25 has officially brought the virtual collegiate gridiron back to gaming. Whether you've had your eye on Dynasty Mode or want to build a Heisman caliber player in Road to Glory, there are still big questions for many fans about whether College Football 25 lives up to the hype after a decade. While we might need a few more hours before we feel comfortable putting a score on our final verdict, College Football 25 already looks like an 80-yard bomb from the back of the field that flies directly into the end zone. One of the biggest fears following the original EA Sports College Football announcement was that it might be lacking in innovation and instead end up as a Madden clone with college teams and players. If you've been frustrated with Madden in recent years, rest assured that College Football 25 blows Madden 24 out of the water. Even the base user interface feels smoother and faster than Madden has in years. Whether you want to keep the difficulty low and enjoy the ride, or crank it up to challenge yourself, College Football 25 makes every single snap feel like a make or break play. On top of that, the presentation is absolutely spectacular. Of course, fans of just about every single team will probably be able to find something that they wish was better, like Mizzou alums complaining at the glaring omission of mascot Truman the Tiger. But overall, the development team at EA Sports has clearly pushed themselves to provide accuracy both in overall stadium looks and in the representation of school traditions and marching band staples. Even if your school needs a little work to be truly perfect, that's a change that we imagine will be easily made in a future update as they continue to refine the college football experience. Nailing the franchise mode traditionally called Dynasty in the series was one of the most important things for College Football 25 to get right, and the experience feels truly special. From customizing your coach's origin and abilities to focus on recruiting or game day tactics, you can then begin building your program into the powerhouse of your dreams. While players can happily take a head coach position at their favorite school and stay there, you can also have the option of starting as a coordinator at a growing program in the hopes of earning job offers in future seasons and working your way up, leading one of the top teams in the nation. Week-to-week recruiting feels crucial as you focus on specific prospects and decide who is worth your time, since some players will be worth all the hours in the world to sign, while others may look like a waste after you've scouted them. Perhaps the most important aspect of Dynasty Mode is that it's not going to feel the same each time you play it. In recent years, the franchise mode in Madden had a tendency to feel overly similar from team to team. But in College Football 25, leading an existing championship contender is going to be very different in Dynasty Mode compared to injecting life into an inferior team like the Ball State Cardinals. While it hasn't been something we've tested too much just yet, Dynasty Mode also includes the option for online connected saves, where you can compete against other players in a full Dynasty Mode environment. The one downfall is that as of now, crossplay is not enabled for online Dynasty. Where college football does feel somewhat more familiar is in the Road to Glory mode, which shares some definitive similarities with Superstar mode from Madden 24. That might not come as too much of a surprise, since players will be able to upload their College Football 25 player to Madden 25 later this year. In Road to Glory, you'll be able to play as a quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, middle linebacker, or cornerback. From there, your player will start as an elite, blue chip, contributor, or underdog player to give different paths as you fight for a starting spot on the roster. Each position has 3 different archetype options to choose from, and those will determine the cap for how high you can raise specific ratings, as well as which abilities you'll have access to. It gives players 15 different possible position and archetype combinations to choose from, but there you can build very different players based on how you play each game and which ratings you choose to upgrade as you go. Once your Road to Glory is underway, each week offers a variety of ways to spend your energy on the weekly agenda, from recovering your player health to spending study time on ensuring your GPA remains high. Building coach trust from week to week will give you more and more opportunities, and limited play selection means you will have to work within the scheme of your chosen school. If you're a dedicated Dynasty Mode player, or just want to stick to offline experiences, you probably won't find yourself spending much time in the card collecting Ultimate Team mode, or the online head-to-head Road to the College Football Playoff mode. The latter allows players to take any team using the default roster into online one-on-one action against other players around the world, whilst the former is still very much the archetypal Ultimate Team mode that players will either love or hate. Depending on your stance with Ultimate Team in Madden, or other major sports games, what is important to note here is that there's nothing special about College Football Ultimate Team that's going to change your mind one way or another. The mode still feels like a grind that loads slowly and egregiously pushes players towards spending money on microtransactions to purchase packs and round out their team. If you already enjoy Madden Ultimate Team, then you're in for basically the same experience here, only with a college football coat of paint. Offline challenges and solo seasons, head-to-head online matches, live events, house rules, and regular pack drops are all back to deliver that familiar Ultimate Team experience fans have seen in recent years, for better or worse. We can't go as far as giving a definitive score or rating to College Football 25 just yet, but all the early indicators are that it's exactly the revival most fans were hoping for. The game-to-game experience remains dynamic even hours after trying different ways to play, and we've only scratched the surface on how many different teams, playbooks and schemes there are to try. EA Sports College Football 25 will continue to smooth out any rough edges in presentation and update rosters as the year rolls on, but they've built a rock-solid foundation for this franchise to build on for years to come.